Thanks, appreciate your taking a few minutes to enjoy the silence in the room next door.
Sure.
We talked through several different facets of the contract.
I think you need to first announce that you were coming out of executive session.
Coming out of executive session at 8:20. All right, back in session. Part of what we talked about was just the legal precedent that's established where there's things we can do to potentially modify contract based on market conditions, but it does also keep us, there's a couple of different aspects of that, so.
Yeah, so essentially, we cannot amend what was bid on. There were specific conditions within the contract that we bid out that was accepted. We don't have the ability legally to make amendments before the contract is specifically signed. Now, in the future, if there's a market condition that could potentially cause further loss to you, then that would be something that we could come back to the table to discuss. But at this point, we can't try to amend it when the bid was already out there and accepted in that in-between time between that and when the contract is ratified.
And you got that from
That's
sort of codified law,
yep,
right?
Yeah, that's state law.
Okay.
So.
Okay. There was an amendment to the contract that has been amended from when we was first sent out. So, because Jerry put in some other stuff in here that wasn't.
We told him we should take that out.
So we took that out as well. Okay.
It doesn't make have anything to do really with the contract. It's just letting you know that we want some more ability to work out when we get all these phone calls at City Hall. So
okay.
It basically was just summarizing the paragraph above. So.
Okay, so we're taking that out as well. So you'll send me a new contract then, Elaine?
Sure.
We can actually just do it tonight while you're here if you want.
Okay, that sounds good.
If you just want to X through that too, that portion of it.
We'll
We don't
copy.
Yeah. Well, we have it.
Well,
So
if you
can
want
just
to
send
wait
it
around
and
until
we'll
everything
reprint it,
too.
and
That
then
works fine.
we'll sign it and then we can give you copies.
Okay.
And
Okay. Well, Justin's not here, but I can.
Can you sign it? Is it both of your signatures?
You do have both of our signatures on here, but you can take his off, and then I can sign it. Because I'm.
We just had some LLC.
I don't know.
It's a partnership LLC, but I'm the manager of the LLC, so I do like all the signing for everything. So
If you're good without Justin signing it.
yeah, that's fine.
Well, we can take that out.
So I could come back to the city council if we're at too much of a loss, and we could make a modification if need be.
Basically, what the law says is we can't change it where if you were to allow you to make more profit. But if fuel went to $7, you went, oh my God, we can pass a resolution and say, look, we've got to make an adjustment so it does not harm your business.
Well, you already have the fuel in there.
Yeah.
But you could make the modification later to take it out.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think in addition to this part of the discussion, which I think, the fuel surcharge, which, from your perspective, is a sticking point, but I think we find other ways to make sure that we continue to work together so that, it's easier for your crew to get through town. It's easier for them to do their job. And then, as long as we keep those lines of communication open.
Okay.
So.
There's nobody up here that doesn't think that there's a billing problem, maybe, that needs to be fixed. I mean, not what she's doing, but a way for us to enforce.
Yeah. And I think just our communication hasn't, we haven't really talked to you guys in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's important. So.
We all realize there's a problem, and we're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thanks for your help in that process too.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay. So there is on the contract that the dumpster list that was sent out, it wasn't accurate and there is discrepancies in it. I did go over with it, but it is quite a bit numbers different than what was written in the contract. So we'll have to figure that out. And then we do the downtown waste buckets. Did you talk to them about that? The downtown waste buckets, we empty those, but that's not actually in the contract.
Well, that's what I'm not sure exactly. I didn't read a copy of the contract because the contract says the city garbage. I'm not sure exactly who does what because we're gonna have to figure out the per can, the weight, and all the other stuff. So, you know, as far as time or money, I want to be fair to everybody. As far as, what do we got, 4 cans downtown?
I don't know how many are on Main Street, if
Well,
there's,
maybe 6, I think. Well, what would your option be that you feel that we should do to change that?
I don't know.
Because I did see
So,
the flower
You
lady.
guys can talk about this later too, so.
I know, I saw the lady a couple times at the flower shop, though, empty them to the dumpsters behind City Hall. So I don't know if it's, how often you do that either. Was that once a week? Once a month?
We enter them bi-weekly on Thursdays.
Or bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly on Thursdays, yes.
So that would be 6 cans, so I guess we'd have to talk to the council and come up with specifics.
I think we want to make sure the numbers are right, but yeah, perhaps this is aside from the
Yes,
discussion.
it is a side note.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah, but,
that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
all right,
Thank you.
thanks, Ruby, appreciate it.
Do you mind sticking around?
Nope, I'll
I think
stick around,
The
yeah.
meeting is wrapping up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have, next line item under discussion was, federal mileage rate and meals plans for 2024. Is that just a discussion item, or do we?
Yeah, just, we normally, every time we go up, we try to keep you in the loop on that, and, so that the federal mileage rate is going up $1.5 cents to 67 cents, and the meal stuff, we follow state rates, so I can't even tell you what they are right now.
The meals are $6 for breakfast, 14 for lunch, and 20 for dinner.
Yeah, again.
This is
Or
following the state.
You gotta make a motion on this?
No, we just let you know,
We'll
so
update.
we know in the minutes that, those were
Cover your
on.
lobster.
Depends where you buy it. I go to the fish market where they supply the stuff there, what's the price? It's not easy being Port
Wholesale 5-day-old fish.
No, fresh from Maine. You can fly there if you want on the weekend.
Okay, all right, thanks for the update. Do we have any travel requests? No travel requests, we need to pay the bills.
Move to pay the bills.
Second.
All those, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Do we have an executive session for personnel?
No.
Okay. All right, meeting adjourned at 8:27.